My name is Nayla Hale. I go to Kenwood Academy, and I am a senior. So Kenwood's a neighborhood school, right? So, like, if you live in the neighborhood, you can go here. The neighborhood has really changed a lot in the last 6 years, and we've had a change in principals. So, like, that's really different as well. I didn't have any concerns when I first stepped in. I was just like regular high school fears, like, oh, will I have friends? Will high school be fun? I really love how almost every person here is like really dedicated. Like, it's very rare to find like a teacher who, like the teachers you hear about, that just like come in, do their job and leave. Like, it's very rare to find that type of teacher here. I've always like hung out with upperclassmen, so like we were like a family. Like, they call me little sister, I call them big brother. Like, they watched out for me and made sure I was doing my work. And the administration will calm me down, like, hey, how you doing? Did you apply for this? Did you do the program that I told you about? Like, stuff like that. So like, I really love like how everyone genuinely cares and like genuinely looks out for one another. It's really nice to see like they call like chalkboard pictures. So they're standing in front of a chalkboard and they have like a quote, like whatever quote that they wanted to pick, like an inspiring quote to like live by and stuff like that when you're like doing high school stuff. And they're like all over this school, and it's just really nice when you see it, like, oh, well, these are the people who were here before me, and that's like the little advice they're giving me that's gonna stay, because it's all over the school. I am in a club called Focus. Our main focus is community service. I've been in this group since my 7th grade year at Kenwood. We were trying to figure out, like, why is Kenwood thriving and other neighborhood schools aren't, and like what sets Kenwood off from everything else. We teamed up with Lincoln Park, Sullivan, Morgan Park, and we did surveys with them. So we gave out surveys to their school. We got like schools that are considered thriving neighborhood schools, and we surveyed the kids, like, why do they think that their school is thriving, what makes a thriving school. We were just trying to get like qualitative and quantitative data to show other schools and to show like Rahm Emanuel, like, we are thriving, this is how we're thriving, this is how other schools can thrive. Instead of closing the schools down, you can just implement this so every school can be like Kenwood, or could be like Morgan Park or Lincoln Park. I think it should be out by the beginning of this year. Rahm Emanuel, he said he wants to see the video, and I really hope that him and Bruce Rauner see that we're here and we matter, and you can't just close our schools down. We need support, and we're doing our best with the little that we have. So like, imagine what we could do if we were actually financed correctly, like seeing what's important and why it's important to invest in education, like see the long-term future. Equity over equality, why it's important for not everyone to get the same amount, because everyone doesn't need the same amount. Like, Kenwood doesn't need the same as Peyton, and Kenwood doesn't need the same as Hyde Park. Every school needs however much they need, and it shouldn't be, oh, everyone gets the same amount, because everybody needs like more than somebody else. I'm trying to make as much of an impact as I can. Hopefully that inspires other people to make a change. People should get involved like in the best way they know possible, in the most way that they know possible. Do it 100% like you would do the things that you're passionate about, because this is something that we should all be passionate about, because this is our future. If the rest of the city wasn't so quiet, lawyers in the city, what are the Chicago lawyers doing? What are the Chicago banks doing? Like, what are the Chicago businessmen doing? Like, everyone else is silent, like it's not happening. If like Chicago were to stand in unity together, then I think it would be more effective.